viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another review. Here we have the McFarlane Toys Warriors of the Zodiac Cancer figure. This line I think was canceled before they could complete it. They only put out, I believe, 4 or 6. I think they did 6 figures in this series. And I think they had initially planned to do 12 for every sign of the Zodiac. And on the back here we can see the other figures in the series. Cancer, of course, and then they did Aries, which is a ram, Taurus, which is a bull or minotaur, and Gemini, which is some sort of, it looks like some sort of slug creature, and of course Cancer, so who is a crab. And yeah, these are quite nicely sculpted and painted, not the best as far as articulation, which is pretty common for McFarlane. Paint and sculpt always tends to be their priority. So let's go ahead and get him out of the package and get a closer look at him. Alright, here we've got the figure out of the package, and like I said, great sculpt, not so much in the way of articulation, but yeah, let's zoom in here and get a closer look at all the different detail on him. Very cool. Quite a bit of work. You can see all the little rivets in his armor, all the bumps in his body, all the different shades of purple and gray. Extremely well sculpted there. It's kind of hard to see his eyes and his face because he's short and looking down there. Hopefully that's all showing up on camera. He's got the 2 rows of teeth. Definitely got that creepy crab look, almost like a spider. And these are pretty sharp, so when you go to test to see if he's got head articulation, which he doesn't, it looks like he does there because there's a seam in the plastic, but you have to grip hard to try to turn it. It's painful because these little spikes are hard and sharp, but he does not have any head articulation. So let's zoom down a little bit, check out the rest of his detail on his body. Cool little belt and cod piece. You can see all the different armor that he has on his legs. And you can see he does have a waist joint there. It's just a waist swivel. Really nice, like the orange that they went with on the claw. And on the bottom here, got his feet. Look almost like bird toes. And let's get into the articulation. Like I said, he does not have any head articulation, even though kind of deceiving in the back there. As far as the arms go, he does have a swivel at the arm so he can lift up slightly, about that far. And the same thing on the other side. It raises up not quite 90 degrees, close to 90 degrees. You know, it's hindered by this shoulder pad armor, and on this side when you do lift it up, it popped out here. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's supposed to stay glued, but fortunately it just pops back in. This side is in there pretty good. I don't want to crank it out because it's staying in, when you get the arm up, and rotating back, can rotate back pretty far on that arm. This arm, again, I think this piece is going to pop out, but you can do about the same, almost 90 degrees on that arm backwards as well. And then it does have a swivel at the elbow, just side to side. You know, there's no actual joint in there, it's just a peg, so it can swivel in and out. You could probably fully rotate it. Yeah, you can. And then same thing on this side. Actually, no, he does not have. It's a locked elbow on this side, so there's no articulation there. He does have a swivel at the wrist, and this horseshoe type weapon that he has does not move at all. It's just molded into his hand. And the claw does move. Can't really move open, so that's as far as you can get as far as opening the claw, which is pretty disappointing. I tried cranking it. It'd be nice. Instead, this is like a ball socket. It would be nice if it was just a hinge, because that's as far as you're going to get on that. But it does rotate sideways, which I don't know why you would ever do that. Backwards, you know, all the way down, and then you can close it. So we could actually have him gripping onto something. It's just unfortunate that he can't open it, so that it would be more realistic looking, and you could actually grab onto somebody, because that is not going to do a whole lot. And like I said, he does have a waist joint. I guess he can rotate completely around. And at the knees, tilt the camera down. At the knees, it just has a swivel, just like at the elbow on the right hand. So not a very useful joint as far as that goes. It just allows you to rotate the leg sideways, and those little tunic pieces in the way, but you can move it out of the way if you wanted to rotate his leg all the way backwards, which I don't know why you would want to do that. So, not too bad. You know, you're looking at, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 points of articulation. 7, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 points of articulation, which is okay. It's not very good. It's kind of a glorified statue, but what you're really paying for is the sculpt and the paint, and that they definitely did a great job on. So yeah, you're not gonna get him into too many dynamic poses, but really like the figure overall, and you know, if you can get him for a cheap price, I think I got him for $11 with shipping. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't break the bank to get one, but if you can find him for cheap, he's a really good figure for generic sci-fi display, which what I plan to use him for. Here, for size comparison, we've got the figure in between the Marvel Legends Super Skrull and Marvel Legends Drax on his right. And I think he works quite nicely with these 6-inch scale figures. He's just a little bit shorter than the Super Skrull, and if you consider the top of his hat part of the figure, then he's just a tiny bit taller than Drax there, even with Drax having his legs spread apart a little bit. But I think he fits in quite nicely with these figures that I collect. And hopefully you guys like the video, you share with your friends, you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.